Essen, and we're here talking about one of the biggest, hottest games here. It's Ironwood. Let's find 5 reasons why we're really excited about this game.
Hi, I'm Julien from BoxedMeeples, and joining me later will be Libby, but joining me right now, who are you?
I'm Julien too. I'm Julien Chaput, and yeah, we design with Maël Brunet, Ironwood. We're on the line of Mindclash Play.
And yeah, it's been phenomenally successful. Post Kickstarter now, people are getting very, very excited.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk to you about 5 reasons why we think this is a fantastic game.
Yeah.
Julie and I really love a certain woodland-based asymmetric game, but it's very much known for not playing as well as 2, and this is specifically a 2-player game.
Absolutely.
Was that your aim, to make it 2-player from the get-go? And
Yeah, absolutely.
And the asymmetries, you know.
Maël and I, the other designer, we are suckers for a 1v1 game. We play a lot of them. I'm also designer of Netrunner with null signal game, so
yeah.
we are into that. And so, yeah, basically, the asymmetric part is core of the design. It's like everywhere. So you've got your own victory condition. I don't know if you want me to talk about it or in short.
Yes,
so basically, as the woodwalkers, you need to find your totems, which are those lovely pieces over
Gorgeous.
here. And so how do you do that? You need vision cards, which also I love the art. But basically, those vision cards, they tell you where do you need to go. And like you need to kick out the enemies from there and then use your vision to get those totems. And so as you can see, you are strong on the outside, so you need to get in like an ace. Get in, get your totem and get them out, secure them. You do that 3 times and you win. That's for the wood walker side. And the ironclad, on the other hand, as you can see, they are strong in the center. They need to expand and they need to build their forges outside. So from win condition to your own specific deck of cards is all unique of your faction. So it gives you a very strong vibe of what you are doing. The woodwalkers, they are very mobile, unpredictable. They play like guerrilla style, whereas the ironclad, they are obviously like they have those giant armies. They have a strong econ, but they are slower, like kind of cumbersome movement, etc. And so yeah, basically the asymmetric is very strong, and people ask us like, hey, are there going to be more faction, etc. But the core thing also is that this asymmetry is intertwined.
Yes. So the exact opposites of each other to counteract.
Exactly. You need one faction to play against the other one, because they are thought like at the core of the design to be worked together.
Yeah.
For example, you know, the ironclad, they will just produce loads of crystals, you know, whereas the woodwalkers, they're gonna ransack your capital if you don't defend it, and they're gonna steal the crystal out of you. So everything is very much like intertwined, basically.
Yes, yeah. And do you have a favorite one to play? Don't tell anyone.
I like to be aggressive most of the time, but I've obviously played so much of each side, and I also like to be, so the ironclad, for example, they have the special unit, the golems, and you feel very powerful when you get them. This kind of,
So what I really like about this game is this kind of tension between wanting to get further ahead yourself, but also knowing, because it's a duel with another player, how do I stop them? How did that come about, and why do you think that's such a great part of this game?
So we definitely wanted to keep the game tense and short. So it plays around 45 minutes, 60 minutes. And yeah, there is this thing of you need to go for your objective, which is very asymmetric, and you go your road, but it's all about positioning also. There is a map, and although you play through cards, like you need to pay attention on where are you strong, where are you dominating the field, etc. And so, yeah, you can really hinder the other one, but at some point you need to decide, like, for example, I played a game yesterday with a YouTuber that I really try my best to crush.
Good plan.
And so basically at some point I was playing the ironclad, and I was weak on one side, and they had a totem over there, and I was like, now is it the time to invest my resource to try to like annoy their plans, or should I just go faster?
Yes.
And there's definitely this tension for both sides.
Combat in games is something that we really enjoy, and I think in two players it's always really heightened in terms of how you're attacking each other. So talk to us more about how the combat works here and why it's so brilliant.
Thanks. Yeah, so basically the combat is something we worked a lot on and we are pretty proud of.
Yeah.
So basically each card you can either play for the text or for the combat value. And so you've got your basic cards and the special cards that you use. And so one of the decision space you've got as a player is, do I want to focus on basically punching really hard the other guy or defend, or do I more want to win like strategically, and do I focus on the dominance, which will give me victory on that combat? So you have that decision space, and it's something that really adds up to the formula. Is basically, so you have basic cards, right? And those cards you're gonna retrieve them at the end of the round. So you can invest them like it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Whereas the special cards you draw, they are a very important resource in the game. And so, but those ones, if you play them for the text or for the combat, you get rid of them.
Once it's gone, it's gone.
Absolutely, it's one shot. And so there's this very tense decision space there. Or is it a combat I need to focus on really hard? I need a special card for that. And what do I want to achieve out of that combat?
Yeah.
So it's really a core part of the gameplay, actually.
Now, people who watch our channel know that I am a big fan of solo games, and often you kind of see solo where you're kind of doing one thing and then they've fudged on another bit. But what's really great about this is it's a solo game that feels like you're playing against a human component. And more importantly, they behave in appropriate ways for that faction.
Exactly. So we had David Turchi working on it with his team.
He's like the king of solo games.
Exactly. And so basically we had meetings. I'm not a solo designer, that's just another set of skill.
Yes.
And so we really made it clear what was the vibe of the game and the feeling you had, and you needed to recreate that. And also like the boss needs to take like serious decision about your position again, etc. Right? And yeah, I think they did a pretty good job at this. It's and what is pretty cool, like people are saying, is that I've got the feeling of receiving 2 games out of it, because you play the Ironclad and the wood bot acts one way, and you play the other side and it feels very different.
Yeah, it still feels like you're playing against a genuine proper opponent.
Yeah.
Now, we can't walk away from Ironwood without talking about the fantastic components. I mean, the iron coins for the iron, the wooden tokens for the wood, like these are absolutely fantastic, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, we've been so happy to work with Mindclash for that reason also. Like, it's just a top-notch product, and it's the base game. It's not a deluxe thing you may get sometime. No, everyone has access to this.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, the asymmetry is also like conveyed by the material. So
100%. It really dives into whichever faction you're playing and doubles down on that feeling of playing different types.
Absolutely. And you touch the material, and so that's one thing. Also, I really want to give a shout out to the illustrator, which is Christina Kalida. She's done an amazing job. Like, I need to show you some.
Yes, the cards are gorgeous.
Yeah, they really give you a strong sense of what you are playing, what you are doing. They really relate to the name of the card. That's something I'm very sensitive about.
And does the art feel different for the different factions as well? Yeah.
They also, like Christina published on BGG an article about all the choice, the color palettes she used for each faction. So
lovely.
that was important. And also like Vilo Fargas, she's from Mindclash. She's done more like the graphic design, the iconography, which is very important because we wanted the game to be pretty clear because you have loads of cards, but same iconography, so you get them really hard.
Yeah, it makes so ease of play for iconography is really important. Yeah. It looks brilliant in this game.
Yeah, and it catches obviously people's eyes, and it really helps them dive into the game, and then I think the gameplay is pretty solid, and they like it.
It's fantastic. You've done a really great job.
Thank you.
So that has been 5 reasons why we are very excited about Ironwood. Of course, if you want to get hold of this, where's a good place they could buy it?
Your friendly local game store.
Absolutely, go to your friendly local game store. And for us in the southeast of England, that is of course Chaos Cards. But don't worry if you're not in the southeast of England, because Chaos Cards are a fantastic website. And if you use the discount code in the description, you'll save yourself some money. But as always, thanks so much for watching.
Bye.